Hey guys, Trevor with Shadow Systems, and we are looking at the RS625 suppressor, and I have Craig here, who spent a lot of time behind suppressors real world, and so I wanted his input as well on this as we talk about the new product. So the RS625 is really paired with our rifle and pistol releases in 5.56 this year, but Craig participated a lot in the testing, and so before I cover the technical side, I just want to kind of hear the why behind it from you and what your observations were.
Yeah, so a lot of time behind suppressors on duty guns in the military. Some of the things I look for are weight, sound, how it attaches, and during the testing of this can, I've been really impressed. It is a really nice weight, really lightweight. The sound is really incredible, and I'll let you expand on that.
Yeah.
And then the mounting system, Plan B mount, really easy to break carbon lock after a lot of shooting.
Yep.
Just from a user experience, it's a very positive experience.
Yeah. It is. I like how you mentioned weight. Weight was a guiding principle throughout this whole project. I mean, even the base 16-inch gun without anything on it is just over 6.5 or 6.4 pounds, somewhere in there. So it's a light gun. You put the can on the end. A lot of times on duty guns with a can on the end, you're like really lugging something around. Titanium construction, pretty minimalist, and a very efficient baffle stack and a very efficient link. So we chose 6mm, you mentioned that, and you found the sound to be great. We actually like the 6mm sound better than 5.56. That's one of the reasons we did it. The other reason should be obvious is we plan to release 6mm guns. So you're gonna get basically one can that does double duty on any kind of Shadow Systems intermediate caliber rifle. We did do the Plan B mount. It has a hub attachment on the back. So if you want this can, but you already have a muzzle device and maybe you're using a silencer co-muzzle device or something else, you can change to a hub mount for that, which is great. The end cap is threaded on and it can be removed. However, that's really for cases where there's an end cap strike. So it should be thought of really as a sealed can, but it's just easier to make a change to the end cap if you ever have an end cap strike. So we don't recommend you take it off. It's rock set it on, but if it needs to come off, it will, so that you can replace that. And other than that, it's just a very spatially and weight efficient can. MAP price, retail price around $1,000, $999 is what we're calling it. So I think it's a great offering to pair with our rifles and our pistol. Definitely want to look for the RS625 suppressor.